What if I told you that the breakfast you trustingly ate this morning, the one you believed was setting you up for a healthy day, could be the very thing silently undermining your health year after year? For decades, the food industry has sold a comforting story to seniors about what constitutes a healthy start to the day. It's a story filled with images of sunshine, whole grains, and heart-healthy labels. But I'm here to tell you that much of this story is a dangerous work of fiction. This isn't just another nutrition video. This is an urgent message about reclaiming the vitality and independence you deserve after 60. I urge you to stay with me until the very end, because the final breakfast food I'll reveal is not just another healthy tip. It's a scientifically backed powerhouse, shown to reduce a key marker of inflammation by an astonishing 43% in adults over 65. This is the exact information that changed everything for my own father, and it could do the same for you. I remember the sterile, quiet hum of the hospital room, sitting across from my dad. At 72, he looked decades older, his body frail and tethered to a web of machines. He was a man who had done everything right. He followed his doctor's advice, chose the heart-healthy breakfast cereals, and always opted for the low-fat options that were so heavily promoted. Yet here he was, facing a laundry list of ailments, chronic inflammation that made his joints ache, blood sugar that was a constant battle, and a profound fatigue that had kept him homebound for years. It was a heartbreaking realization that the very advice meant to protect him had instead led him down a path of decline. The bitter truth is that what our bodies need after 60 is fundamentally different, yet the breakfast foods marketed to seniors have never caught up to the science. This journey began for me in that hospital room, sparking 7 years of intensive research, consultations with geriatric specialists, and witnessing the incredible transformations in hundreds of seniors who made just one simple change. They revolutionized their first meal of the day. To understand why this is so critical, we need to talk about a concept called metabolic programming. The food you consume within the first hour of waking doesn't just give you energy, it sends a powerful set of instructions to your body that dictates how your metabolism will function for the next 24 hours. For seniors, this morning programming is even more crucial. As we age, our digestive enzymes decrease, our metabolism naturally shifts, and our body's cellular repair systems require a different kind of fuel. When you start your day with the wrong foods, especially those high in sugar and refined carbohydrates, you trigger a cascade of negative effects. It starts with a spike in blood sugar, followed by a surge of insulin, and then the inevitable crash. This roller coaster ride leaves you with energy slumps, brain fog, and most importantly, it fuels the low-grade chronic inflammation that is the root cause of so many age-related health issues. This isn't just a theory, the research is unambiguous. Dr. Walter Longo, one of the world's leading researchers on longevity, has shown that certain breakfast compositions can literally activate longevity pathways in older adults, while others accelerate the aging process. This brings us to the crucial question: which foods are causing this damage? Let's pull back the curtain on what I call the morning deception. The breakfast foods that have been cleverly marketed as healthy choices, but are often doing more harm than good. First on the list is the seemingly innocent instant oatmeal packet. While natural, steel-cut oats are fantastic, those convenient flavored packets are a different beast, often containing over 12 grams of added sugar. The manufacturing process also dramatically increases their glycemic index, causing a rapid, damaging spike in your blood sugar. Next is low-fat flavored yogurt. When manufacturers remove fat, they replace it with sugar, with some cups containing more sugar than a candy bar. This creates a perfect storm of inflammation while hindering the absorption of crucial fat-soluble vitamins. Third, we have commercial breakfast bars. Disguised as healthy, the vast majority contain more sugar than protein and are filled with processed vegetable oils that promote inflammation and joint pain. Finally, the most surprising culprit, commercial whole wheat toast with margarine. Most of this bread is just refined flour in disguise, and many margarines are loaded with inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. It's a vicious cycle where breakfast itself creates the very inflammation that so many seniors are trying to fight. Now that we've cleared away the deception, let's focus on the transformative foods that can truly build a foundation of health for your aging body. These aren't complicated or exotic. They are simple, powerful, and accessible. The first powerhouse is pasture-raised eggs. Modern science has completely overturned outdated warnings about cholesterol. Eggs are a near-perfect food for seniors, providing complete protein essential for muscle maintenance and choline for brain health and memory. Second, make room for wild blueberries. They are a nutritional superhero, containing up to 3 times the antioxidants of regular blueberries. These potent compounds can cross the blood-brain barrier, directly protecting brain cells and combating the chronic inflammation that drives the aging process. Our third recommendation is the incredible avocado. Packed with healthy monounsaturated fats, potassium for blood pressure, and compounds that support the body's master antioxidant, glutathione, avocado is a champion for senior health. The healthy fat also helps you absorb more nutrients from everything else on your plate. And now for the fourth food, the one that was the final game-changing piece of the puzzle for my own father: fermented kefir. This fermented drink contains an incredible diversity of probiotics with up to 30 or more beneficial strains, which is critical for restoring the gut health that naturally declines with age. The fermentation process creates unique bioactive compounds with powerful anti-inflammatory and immune-modulating properties. The research is stunning. A 2023 study documented a 43% average reduction in key inflammatory markers in seniors who drank kefir daily for 6 months. For my father, this was the key that unlocked his return to health, diminishing his chronic joint pain and allowing him to return to passions he had long abandoned. I understand that completely overhauling your breakfast routine can feel daunting, so let's make this practical and achievable. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. The easiest first step is to simply add a handful of frozen wild blueberries to whatever you're currently eating. Next, focus on removing just one of the problem foods, like the instant oatmeal or sugary yogurt. To make this sustainable, consider batch preparations. Hard-boil eggs for the week, or mash an avocado with lemon juice to use over a few days. I challenge you to try what I call the breakfast experiment. For just 2 weeks, commit to replacing your old breakfast with these nourishing options. Keep a small journal and track how you feel, your energy, your joints, your mental clarity. Almost without exception, the seniors I've worked with feel such a noticeable improvement that going back becomes completely unappealing. If there is one message I want you to take away today, it is this: it is never too late to change the trajectory of your health. Your body has a remarkable capacity to heal and renew itself even into your 80s and 90s, but it needs the right raw materials. When you consciously choose to replace inflammatory foods with nutrient-dense options, you are doing more than just changing a meal. You are rejecting the cultural narrative that decline is inevitable and are instead choosing vitality. Remember my father, the man I watched in that hospital room? He is 79 years old now. Last month, he completed a 5K charity walk. He spends his mornings in his garden, growing so much that he delivers the extra to homebound neighbors. His transformation didn't start with a new medication. It started with breakfast. It began with the simple, powerful decision to give his body the fuel it was truly crying out for. What mobility could you reclaim? What mental clarity could re-emerge? The answers are waiting for you, and they begin with your very next breakfast.